Well, hello, good afternoon. Happy Monday. Here we are, another amazing Monday afternoon with Lunch with Farid. I hope that you're ready for today's episode of introducing somebody who is worth listening to. I got great company today. I can't wait to introduce him to you. For everybody tuning in from Northern California, you better stay with us. So, we're going to go to our intro video and we'll be right back to introduce you to Mario Astorga from Mario's Early Toast. I can't wait to introduce this guy to you.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.
Hello, I hope that got you all pumped up and you're ready for today's episode. It's going to go really quick, so make sure that if you're tuning in and you want to share this video, you share. Remember, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And pretty soon, we're going to be on LinkedIn as well, bringing you everybody worth mentioning. So here we go. I'm going to bring them on because you got to hear this story. So this is a childhood friend and none other than Mario Astorga. How are you, Mario? Good afternoon.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me in your show. I appreciate the invitation.
Oh, you're welcome. I couldn't go without bringing you on because I want everybody to hear about who you are, what you offer, what makes you special. But I've been following your trajectory for quite a while, and I know that you have Mario's Early Toast, right?
Yes, we do. Basically, my concept starts at about 6 in the morning. We serve breakfast and lunch. What makes us different is that we mix this upscale breakfast with champagne and mimosas. For those of you that don't know what mimosas are, it's basically champagne, and you can mix any juice with it, any juice combination, so that women can relax and enjoy the moments they're not with their kids, right?
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's talk about that for a moment. Before we tell them all the good stuff about your place, let's talk about who Mario is. Mario, you and I go way back, okay?
Absolutely.
When we were when we were little plebes, right? for
Yeah, there you go.
For all
Yeah,
of you who don't know that, right? Plebes in Sinaloa is little kids, just little kids running around. So now you know what the word plebes means. And so Mario and I go back when we were plebes. We would run around at the ranch, at our town, and we would have so much fun and everything. But I got to tell you, Mario, tell me a little bit about your background. What did you do growing up? I mean, I know that you come from Sinaloense parents, but tell us a little bit more about you.
well, basically, I came to the United States when I was about 8 years old. My mother married a Japanese fellow, which he's been my father ever since, and I basically call him dad. My mom is obviously close friends, family members with your mom from the state of Sinaloa, and I basically was raised here in California. Went through the school system in California. Went through college here, and um, I kind of fell into the restaurant industry by accident. It was kind of God's will, but I became a professional athlete. I became a professional soccer player, um, and my first team was a team called Sacramento Knights here in Sacramento. So I've done a little bit of everything. God has blessed me with everything in my life that I ever prayed of having. So I've been very,
That's
very fortunate.
that's awesome. So you were a professional soccer player. What position did you play?
I was a goalkeeper. I started very young. I had a lot of mentors in my life. One specific coach that took over my life that spent a lot of hours training me every day. Um, may he rest in peace. I called him Papa George because he was always training and dedicating his time to me, and he's the one that put it in my heart and in my brain that I could be a professional athlete at some point. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you knew early on? I mean, obviously you love soccer, or did you just fall into soccer too?
No, I always loved sports in general, Farida. I always thought that baseball was one of my favorites. I fell into soccer because all the kids would play it here in the United States. It seemed like all the families would get together with their kids on weekends and play soccer. So my coach knocked on my door at my parents' house and said, "Hey, if you can't afford it, I'll pay for him." And that's how I got into soccer. So uh, and when somebody asks me, "What do you want to do for your life?" I would always say, "I want to be a professional athlete." And but we live in a society where instead of making sure that our kids keep dreaming and keep working hard for their dreams, we live in a very negative society, I think, where instead of providing positive mental attitude, we just kind of laugh at people sometimes. So
Yes.
I pray that we all, after listening to your program, that this message, you know, makes parents know that anything in this world can be achieved.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right, Mario. And I am a huge believer in that. I promote it every day. I think we should enhance our kids' dreaming
Yeah.
instead of trying to tamper with their goals and their dreams. So you're absolutely right. And I mean, I'm also a big believer in you make yourself be what you want to be. You just have to work really hard. And a lot of people are not willing to pay that price, right?
Yes. As you well know, with your journey and my journey, there's going to be obstacles. There's always obstacles. Um, but I have always believed that you're better off failing trying than failing sitting on your butt. All right, that's a huge belief of mine. So if people are going to laugh at me because I failed trying to do something, you got to ignore that outside circle and keep pursuing your dream, keep pursuing what your end goal is, because in the end of the journey, you want to be proud of what you have accomplished.
Absolutely. Now you guys see watching us why I wanted to bring him on the show. We are totally on the same level on that, Mario, and I'm so proud of you. I know you've accomplished so much more than, most people that come here to this country, and they take for granted what this country brings as an opportunity, or they stay stagnant in one place because they're afraid to grow, they're afraid to dream, they're afraid to risk. So I'm so super proud of you. You know that I see you as family, right? My primo, I adore you. But let's talk a little bit about that. How did you come about? So you said you stumble upon being a restaurant owner. I mean, I knew of you as being a soccer player, and then all of a sudden I start seeing you with this restaurant idea, which I'm super proud of you. But take us a little bit of what made you go from one industry to another, or what stumbled you into it?
Um, First of all, in 1996, I tore my ACL, and at that moment, I was really, really upset at God. I was very, very upset. I said some things that were probably very hurtful to my Father in heaven, and at that moment, my mom came into my room. I remember that day and said, "Instead of you feeling like a victim and feeling sorry for yourself, why don't you think of what you're going to do for the rest of your life?" So maybe I got to give credit to in I've been divorced, unfortunately. So at the time, Rafael Rodriguez believed in me. I had some ideas as far as restaurants, so I started working with him in a new place in Palo Alto, California. So that's how I came into the restaurant business. Yes, I was at the right place at the right time, and with God's blessings, he kind of guided me there.
I
That's how I
say
felt.
you were at the right place at the right time in the right state of mind.
Yeah.
And that's what made you do this. But tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about Rafael Rodriguez. Who is this character? Who is this person?
Well, Mr. Rodriguez is one of those people that just accomplish everything here in this nation, right? He became a very powerful man financially. He opened up Mexican restaurants. Um, I happened to marry his daughter. We were married, unfortunately, for a short period of time. And, it wasn't her fault or my fault for things to go in different directions, but everybody has dreams. Everybody has different dreams. And my number one goal was to be a professional athlete. Then it was to become a restaurateur, right? So uh, I always been very stubborn. Once I set my mind to something, that's what I want to accomplish, and that's my belief. So but this man deserves incredible credit for everything that I learned from him.
Wow, that's beautiful of you to express yourself from somebody that was part of your past,
Yeah,
right? And credit needs to be
yeah,
given to the people that make a difference in
absolutely.
our lives. Yeah, that's awesome. Now, great. So now take me through your restaurant. I see it all the time. I know you're very passionate about it, and like anything we do in life, any business that you transition to, you have to absolutely pour it all in, right? Regardless
Yes.
of what you do, you got to pour it all in. But tell me, what is the one? I know your mimosas are good. By the way, I tried to make a mimosa today. It's not really like the best,
I'll cheers with
but
coffee for you.
there you go. Well, our audience is used to cheering because they're having lunch with us, right?
There you
In the
go.
West Coast. So I always try to have something. And today I said, okay, what am I going to have today? Oh, I got to try to make a mimosa. But
Yes.
I can't wait to try your mimosa. So cheers, number one,
Cheers.
to everybody
Cheers to
watching.
you. Cheers to you and to everybody out there in the audience.
But so tell me about your menu. Tell me about your menu. What is it? I know it's a breakfast place, right? And how many locations do you have?
Um, I'm down to two locations right now. I have two locations. I restructured my company. I have two locations, one in Granite Bay, California, which is more of an upscale neighborhood. Um, and we're not your typical breakfast restaurant. We're a little bit more upscale. Um, we do serve the Dom Perignons. We do serve their, Domaine Chandons. We serve a pretty good classes of champagne. Um, we on our menu we include, Benedicts, ex Benedicts, crepes. Um, I do, of course, have to have my huevos rancheros, chorizo and eggs, chilaquiles. I want people to know my culture is still here with me, right? So
Hey
which is
Mario,
important.
Mario, you can get the you can get the boy out of the rancho, but you cannot get the rancho out of the boy.
Absolutely. So yeah, I have a pretty extensive menu, Faride, which it's been a success. People have enjoyed it immensely. American food, a few European dishes, and it's a pretty extensive menu on mariosearlytoast.com. You can check out the whole menu.
There you go, mariosearlytoast.com.
Yeah.
Now you're in Granite Bay, and where else? Both in
I'm
Granite
also
Bay?
in Roseville. I'm in Roseville, California, which is in Placer County, right outside of Sacramento.
Great. Okay, so
Yeah.
I promised you that I was going to come visit.
There you go.
We'll bring the camera so we can go, and I can be the testament of how good your food is.
There
And
you go.
I mean, I'm sure you remember that I have a passion for being in a restaurant business as well. I've had three,
Yeah.
currently still have one, two I've sold and passed on. But I have a love and a passion for food as well. So I'm always, as a matter of fact, yesterday I was visiting some friends, the owner restaurant, and I ended up inside the kitchen giving them a recipe. So we do that all the time. Once you're in the restaurant business, I mean, it's an amazing type of business. I know it's slavery to the max, right? You kind of 24/7 in there. But what would you think it's your favorite part of running that type of business?
I am very happy you asked this question. Very happy. Um, Faride, I've been blessed incredibly the last 4 years because so many incredible people have walked into my life. And a lot of those people have helped me become a better man, a better father, um, overall a better family member. I mean, it's been an incredible experience. I didn't go into this business thinking I was going to be a millionaire or rich. I never thought about it that way. However, I've been blessed with meeting so many incredible people, and I enjoy spending my mornings talking to different individuals, their experiences, their tragedies, and their successes. So I have learned that everybody in this life at some point has had to cross some very difficult obstacles. And most of the time, the people that I have met here that are very successful have overcome those obstacles, and they're an inspiration to a lot of people like you and I. To and they tell me it's never easy, Mario, but if you hang on like a little spider, you're gonna succeed at the end. So that's what the restaurant business has brought to my life now.
That's beautiful and so true. That's a testament I can attest to. You meet so many wonderful people, and sometimes those people come to us because they need to be around us as well, because we project that energy that they might need in any given day. So I do know that a restaurant, if done properly, is more than just food. So
Absolutely, yes,
totally. But
yes.
to that statement that you made, you didn't do that business to become a millionaire. No, you leave that to me. Remember, my business is making people double up their money and double up their revenue. So you leave that up to me. You just got to give me a call. We'll sit down for 15 minutes and I show you how to do that. So
Yes, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm paying attention to. Yeah, apparently you touch things and you make them gold. So that's a good sign.
that's right. That's right. I've always known that I love being in the restaurant business, but sometimes you got to look at your life and go, where are you where can you bring the most value? And even though I know my food is delicious, and I do enjoy meeting wonderful people in the restaurant business, I know I can touch more people being in the industry that I chose to stay in and enhance, right? Which is helping people understand about how money works. And it's so true to any type of business, whether you're a restaurant or whether you're, I don't know, a landscaping business or a huge construction company. You got to understand how money works, because the restaurant or any other industry cannot go on if you run out of capital, right? So I always tell people, follow your passion, follow your dream, do what makes you happy, but do not forget the root. It could be the root of all good or the root of all evil. So
I
you better master that.
I I want to tell the audience that is super super important for all of us to understand that you are immensely needed in our society. Somebody like you is needed, and I can attest that I have made many many business decisions that have cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Uh, God has been amazing in my life. He continues to open up doors. But what I have learned is, Mario has weaknesses, Mario has strengths. So I have to learn that you put your pride to the side and you say, Farida, I need help in my weaknesses. So that's what we have to, as a society, we have to learn. We can be a lot more successful if we call somebody like you, and we can let them guide us on how we can manage our money a lot better. I totally agree with that.
Thank you
Um,
for saying
yeah,
that. Thank you for
yeah,
saying that. I have I have a lot of friends that are in different types of businesses, and and I'm a full supporter. I always support. I always go to my friends' businesses, right? If I know that you're opening up a massage place, I'm gonna go get a massage. Not necessarily because I want it or I need it, but it's to support my friend, right?
Yeah.
So in that turn, I always turn around and tell all my friends, hey, if you ever come into a question of anything that has to do with your business, anything that has to do with money, you give me a call. I may not be your solution, but because I'm in the industry, I will have the connection that has your solution. So thank you for saying that, because a lot of times business owners forget that. And I'm not a salesperson, so I would never go and try to sell you something. But I would always go and say, hey, if you ever need me, you need to give me a call, right? But it's good
Absolutely.
to know people. It's like anything. If you have a friend that is an attorney and you come into trouble with the law, you're going to call your friend. And there's
Yes.
nothing wrong with saying, hey, I got into a little bit of trouble and I need help. Or I haven't gotten into trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Can you kind of check and see if I'm okay? Like it's always good. So it's something that you can't forget about. Now, I do know that you have obviously a significant other now that it's very supportive of you, and does she help you at all in the business?
Yeah, she's very involved in, as I was saying, my weaknesses, which is the back office, um,
Nice.
the administrative work. She's an immensely uh, smart businesswoman. Um, she owns shopping centers. She manages her own shopping centers, and I told her, listen, I'm good at what I do, but I need help in the back office so that my things can continue to be organized. So,
Absolutely.
uh, Farida, I love designing restaurants. I love training people. I love making menus. I love. I'll tell you, I'm great at the in and outs of this industry, and I'm great at not spending a lot of money doing it. But when it comes to the back office, I wasn't born with the patience that I'm supposed to have. I wasn't born with I wasn't born with that gift of being an accountant. I wasn't born with that, and that's okay.
Right.
But in life, once again, I want the audience to listen to this specific message: is when we are not good at something, we have to put it in our minds, and we have to put it in our hearts that it's okay to share that part of the work with somebody else that is good at it, so that they can help us in our success. That's all.
Well, the biggest millionaires and billionaires of the world do that. It's called delegate, right?
There you
You
go. There
delegate
you
your
go.
weaknesses.
Yeah.
Now, if you're lucky enough for the delegation to go to your partner because they're good at it,
Yeah.
then you're double lucky.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, people ask me all the time. I run this business on my own, as you know, and I've been running it for years on my own. And people go, how do you handle it? Well, until I have a significant other that can share this business with me, I delegate it. I delegate it with other agents, and I delegate it with my business partners and stuff like that. But you're so right. You always need that. And I'm so glad that you found that in your life. It's key component for success. Let me tell you.
There you go.
So, how do you see what is the future for Mario's early toast?
Well, I'm a community. When you say feature, I'm a community restaurant. I'm part of this community. So I'm not just a restaurant in an airport. I'm not a restaurant in a tourist area. So my job is to make sure that everybody in this community, the housing around us, the business around, everybody's being treated great, so that I can see repeat business all the time. Um, I'm constantly. I know all my customers. I've been blessed with that. So I'm constantly on top of my businesses. I do delegate a lot of things now. I mean, I share a small part of my business with my chefs so that they can put full effort in the kitchens, and that they know that they're a part of something. I don't want to worry about the kitchens anymore. So if I have to give away 20% of my profit so that my chefs are doing better and then they're focusing on that, I'm okay with that, you know? So I try to feature good customer service, um, a good front of the house where everybody feels comfortable, and um, and that's all that basically I can do. My put my face in the front of the house so that everybody can recognize who's running the businesses.
That's awesome. That's very, very important. Now, as far as your future, are you planning on opening more locations? Can we plan on seeing maybe one of those type of restaurants here in San Diego, in LA? What's your plan for that?
Well, I'm working on 4 locations right now. I'm working on another 2 locations in the surrounding area because I'm finding that it's pretty easy to manage them when they're pretty close. All right, close yet far enough where you can get a different clientele in each location, right? So I'm working on that. Um, my goal was to have 4 locations and stop there, but you never know because God wants us to continue growing all the time. He wants us to have a purpose. And if Farida, if your purpose is to help out our community, our fellow citizens, and my job is to continue providing new jobs, continuing to create new employment, and that's probably my purpose.
That's
So we'll
great,
see.
Mario. That's great. I love that. I love the fact that one person can make opportunity for many others.
Yeah.
And, if your food is good, if your ambience is good, if people feel good going in there, then you should. You should. And why not? Think huge, like we were talking about dreams and
Yeah.
people watching the show and instead of enhancing their kids' dreams. I'm one of those. If you think that your goal is to have 4, I want you to increase that by 10 times. So you shoot to have 40. And if you fall on your face, guess what? You're going to be at 4 or more. So
Yeah, there you go. There
that's
you go.
that's kind of what we say, you just keep growing at it. And
Yeah.
so as far as like your roots, we come from oh here's our audience asking for, hang on a second. Okay, here's my devil's advocate, always looking for discounts, right? Now they want a 50% discount coupon when they so hey Jorge, I'm gonna say it for Mario. Maybe he'll waive your taxes, okay? Maybe he'll cover your taxes.
No, tell him that he's welcome, and that if he's in town, I would gladly take care of him. Gladly take care
Oh,
of him.
see,
Yeah.
you got even a better discount, Jorge. And then here's one of our, commentators every week, Jezebel. Thanks for the discount coupon. No, Jezebel, that was Jorge being an instigator. But I'm so super proud of you. You're one of those, orgullos Latinos, right? That I adore. I adore bringing them on this space because I have such a great following crowd that watches the show, and they're week after week. They want to know about you guys. They want to know who you are. And this is a great platform for that, Mario. If you could give one last message to the audience and the people, some of them watch it right now. And throughout the weeks, we have thousands of people watching our show. And so I want you to give them, because I know you're also a man of God. And I know that I've seen your evolution. Okay, I got to be honest with you. I've seen it. I love seeing that. But if you can give one great message, what would it be?
I would tell everybody that's watching this show that we have to have wisdom, we have to have faith, and most importantly, we have to have the courage to carry those 2 moving forward. That's what I would tell everybody. Wisdom, faith, and courage to keep moving forward, because God will not let you down when you keep moving forward with those 2. That I guarantee.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So dreams, consistency, passion, community give back, getting involved, like you said, being part of a community, not just having a business in a community, but being part of that. And it was a pleasure having you. Unfortunately, we're almost done with the show, but this is your house. Come back to us anytime you want. If there's ever another location, let us know. I promise you, I'm going to be either in Granite Bay or Roseville visiting you soon. And I can't wait to taste your mimosas. I haven't yet tasted a good mimosa, I have to say.
All right. Wow. You can come and visit anytime. And thank you to all your audience watching this. All right. We're here in Roseville and in Granite Bay, California at Mario's Early Toast. So come and visit and ask for Mario if you're in this area so that I can come by your table and say hi. All right. And thank you for having me on your show, Faride.
No problem. Thank you. God bless you. And we'll see you soon. And we're getting out. Thank you, everybody, for watching and giving us comments. You guys gave us enough today. And don't forget, if you're ever in the Bay Area, go visit Mario. Tell him you're friends of Faride, and he'll take care of you. He won't pay for your bill. Okay, you still got to pay for the bill, but he'll give you a little discount. Bye, guys.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way.